Portugal, the defending champs of the European Championships. They have been eliminated from Euro 2020 following a narrow, heartbreaking loss against Belgium. Portugal were looking to go back-to-back in coming from third in their group to win the whole European Championships, but they of course have been eliminated. But today, we are going to take over the Portuguese national team and see if we can avenge them sort of from the Euro 2020 heartbreak, but most importantly, get them a World Cup with a core of young talent to nurture and some experienced players to help round out the squad. We have quite the challenge on our hands, as today we rebuild Portugal for another international rebuild. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. However, we are on the grind towards 400,000 subscribers, so every subscription helps. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the rules and objectives of the International Rebuild series. The objective of this rebuild is to take a nation to World Cup glory. All of the games in this rebuild are simulated except for the World Cup final. The talent can be sourced by any means, whether this is youth academy or transfers, and we are allowed to use the 99 manager rating because we are managing the international side, not the club side. So there are the rules. Let's jump into today's rebuild. So we have taken over FC Famalicão. I don't even know how to pronounce their name, but I just did it mainly because they were a mid-tier Portuguese side. I want to use this side as sort of a hub to harness and grow young Portuguese talents. The guys that are generally going to have decent potential, but we need to get into that next step. Also, any players that I want to change positions, like if we want to change somebody from a center midfielder to a center attacking midfielder, etc., etc. Try to bring them into the club here and train them behind the scenes. But I won't be showing you too much to do with this club because it's all about the Portuguese national team. But there it is, lads. We have officially got the job. We are the new manager of the Portuguese national team, accepting that contract. So this is the base squad that the game has given us. Surprising to not see Cristiano Ronaldo in the base default Portuguese starting lineup. We'll have to get him in there for the next set of qualifiers, but some big names in the starting 11 from day one. You got Bernardo Silva, you got Rui Patricio, you've got Bruno Fernandes, Diogo Jota. There's a lot of big name players in here, but definitely a lot of work for us to do if we want to be competitive in 2022, 2026, 2030, etc., etc. I've also identified that the Portuguese national team really doesn't have that many great prospects in terms of goalkeepers. We've got Maximiano and Diogo Costa, but I really want to see if we can find somebody incredible with the Portuguese scouting network, specifically in between the sticks. So here's a little short list of players that I want to try bringing to the club at some point. Some of the younger, high potential players in Portuguese football. Try signing them into the club. Try getting their overall, their skills, everything like that up and running and turn them into the next generation. But ahead of our World Cup qualifiers, I wanted to show you guys the squad I am rolling with at the moment. Rolling with a 4-2-2 formation. Ronaldo in there, of course, captaining us. I want to get him to the World Cup and give him potentially one last run at the World Cup. Ruben Dias, I brought Pepe back into the side. João Cancelo, really put my twist on the squad. But we do have a fairly difficult qualification group here for the World Cup qualifiers. You've got Spain and ourselves, you would say the two big clubs. But then you look at Norway. Norway as a nation have some incredible younger players. You've got the likes of Ødegaard and Haaland to really compete with. Slovenia as well, you've got Jan Oblak, who's in his prime. Is Hamšík? Oh, no, I don't feel like Hamšík is Slovenian, but regardless, I think he's Slovakian. But we've got Oblak in there for Slovenia, so we're going to have to really make sure we get off to a good start in qualifying. But the road to Qatar begins here. I'm not going to show you the full simulations of every game, otherwise this video would just go for a year. But I'm going to watch this one through in ceremonious fashion as we take on Norway away in Norway. This scoreline is going to be a 4-2 win. That is the perfect start to World Cup qualification. Not even Jan Oblak can stop us from getting a 3-0 win. Pepe, Bruno Fernandes, and Cristiano Ronaldo all on the scorer sheet. Qualifying going pretty well so far. It is a 2-0 win against Russia. Another big win, 3-0 against Ireland. But this here is a massive proposition. The two big dogs of the group. We are traveling to Spain to take on the Spanish national team here. Fingers crossed we get 3 more points on the board, and that'll put us in a great position to qualify for the World Cup, as we are going to simulate against Spain. It is another win, 1-0, Danilo in the 9th minute. That is a huge step. That's 1 foot virtually. I don't want to jinx us, but that's 1 foot, I would say, on the plane to Qatar. I mean, a little update to qualification. We are flying at the moment. We conceded those 2 goals against Norway in the first game, but since then we haven't conceded a goal. 5 wins, 0 draws, 0 losses, 6 points clear with 5 games to play. Not home and hosed at the moment, but definitely a dream start. We've conceded some goals, but we have got 3 more points on the board. Another win against Ireland. So across the season, I have found a few players, a few goalkeeper options. The plan is to convert or bring them all into the senior squad and try loaning them out and really send them all across the world to see if any of them can actually become decent prospects. We have actually had a loss here. Russia have beaten us 2-0. We've been broken, lads. We've been broken. But as we get towards the end of season number 1, 7 games played in World Cup qualifying, we're in a very strong position. 18 points, top of qualifying. Spain in real danger of missing out on the World Cup, however. They're definitely in a tough spot now. It's a 2-1 win against Spain, and with that win, I think that might have qualified us for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Let's go. So season 1, the beginning of life with the Portuguese National Team, getting off to a very strong start, getting the youth moving forward, inspiring the next generation. Why do I sound like a politician? But we are inspiring the next generation of Portuguese talent, whilst also getting ourselves ready for modern day football. Well, our start to life in season 2 is far from ideal. Slovenia have beaten us 2-1. Luckily, I think we've already qualified, so that might just be a little blip in the road, but still, not ideal. But we are going to end World Cup qualification in the perfect manner. It's a 3-0 win against Norway, and we are headed to Qatar. So Spain have left it late, but they have found themselves with us on the plane to Qatar. Got a feel for Russia there. A lot of nations in some very tight situations, but we were the standouts of the group, and that gives me a lot of confidence. So the World Cup is approaching very quickly, and I wanted to walk through the squad that we are taking to Qatar this year. It's a decent squad. We definitely lack in certain areas, like defensively. I've already put a fair bit of emphasis on getting the next generation of defenders up a little bit. I've signed a bunch of them, training them. So really, we're going to have to rely on our offense. Although to be fair, in qualification, we were really strong defensively at certain points. So hopefully that can translate over to the World Cup here. Very interested to see who we have been drawn up against at the 2022 World Cup, however. And that answer is in. We have been absolutely blessed here by the FIFA gods. Northern Ireland, China, and Uruguay are our group opponents. You've got to say probably Uruguay being our toughest opponents. Although Luis Suarez, he's probably still in the squad. They got Enes Cavani, but in the grand scheme of things, that's a very fortunate group. I fully expect us to be getting out of Group C. This is the starting lineup I will be rolling with for the World Cup. However, I harp on about the defense. It's really only that I want somebody to partner with Ruben Dias. I mean, he's one of the highest rated players in the squad. Would just love for Carmo or one of those guys to kind of grow up a little bit more. And same with Guerrero. But I was debating what to do with Ruben Neves. I tried to sign him to our club side, but couldn't afford him. João Felix, I'm pretty sure, still playing centre forward naturally. So a little bit hit and miss. But we're going to roll with the 4-2-2 and see how it goes. If we start losing games, I'll make some adjustments. But very interested to see how our Portuguese side goes at the World Cup. So here we go, lads. The time is here. It is our first game of the 2022 World Cup, and we're taking on China. We've got the home side here, of course. No away goals aggregate or anything. Just used to that from normal rebuilds. But we're going to jump straight into our opening game, and the scoreline against China is a 3-2 win. 3 points on the board, nice and early. A win here against Uruguay would go very far in securing our spot in the next stage in the knockout rounds of the World Cup. As we take on Uruguay, the scoreline is a 2-1 loss. Okay, That throws a little spanner in the works. Hopefully Northern Ireland and China haven't been doing too great, but Uruguay have beaten us. So as you guys can see here, looking at the ladder, we are in a must-win situation with Northern Ireland. They are tied with us on 3 points in the final match day here of the group stages. A win is necessary to save our World Cup campaign. We jump into it, we simulate, and the scoreline against Northern Ireland is going to be a 4-0 win. It was touch and go for a while there, but we've taken control and we're through to the next round of the World Cup. But that is going to have to wait until Season 3. Let's get into it. Let's see if we can get the job done with Portugal. So we have qualified out of Group C for the World Cup here and made it through to the round of 16. But fair play to Uruguay, who have gone undefeated in the group stages. They definitely gave it to us, so I'm interested to see who both of us get, really. Well, that's a bit of adversity. We've been drawn up in the round of 16 with Brazil. I guess that's what happens when you finish second in your group. Brazil in the round of 16 is going to really show to us what we are made of. My word. Uruguay got drawn up against Sweden on the other hand, and they won 3-0. So Uruguay are getting the job done. Here we go though, lads. The round of 16 here in the 2022 World Cup as we take on Brazil. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what the team's made of. Is Cristiano Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes and co gonna step up here against Neymar and co? As we get into it, the round of 16 clash is going to end as a 2-1 win. Let's go. Come on. That gives me confidence. That gives me a lot of confidence. Come on, Portugal. Through to the quarters. They don't like us here, the FIFA gods, do they? We've been drawn up against France, the reigning World Cup champions, in the quarterfinals. Both teams eliminated in the round of 16 of the Euros, but oh word, France are gonna never be an easy side to come up against. Alright, this is, if we win this, I would consider us the favourites. Taking on France away here at the 2022 Qatar World Cup, the quarterfinals, getting to the crunchy end of the campaign. Are we gonna be able to do it on our first time of asking? Or are we gonna have to get back to the drawing board and start focusing once again on our youth plan? We're jumping into it here, taking on Mbappe, taking on Lloris and co. As the scoreline against France, Didier Deschamps' men is a 1-0 loss. And we are officially eliminated from the 2022 World Cup here in Qatar. If it's any consolation, France have taken down England, it hasn't come home, and France have won the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. So now we turn our attention to Euro 2024. I am not going to show you every single qualifying game like I did for the World Cup because the goal is not to win the Euros, it's to win the World Cup. But still, it'd be interesting to track our progress. Belgium and Denmark, the big, although Russia gave it a fair nudge, and Turkey, it's a pretty tight, that's actually a lot tougher than our World Cup qualifying group. That is the end of season number 3. No World Cup in the trophy cabinet this year. Back to the drawing board, focusing on the Euros and the 2026 World Cup in America. Luckily, however, we have qualified for the 2024 European Championships alongside Belgium, the side that eliminated Portugal in real life the past week, but we have qualified for Euro 2024, and that's going to be a big barometer, especially with our youth really coming into their primes and really coming to the forefront. That's really going to show us what we're made of headed into the 2024 Euros and the 2026 World Cup. So we have been drawn into a difficult Group B here of Euro 2024 alongside Germany, Romania and Norway. Norway would be an absolute beast by this point, having Haaland and Ødegaard in there. Germany's just Germany, we know how strong they can be. But let's go and see if we can get out of Group B. Also, I know this isn't a rebuild on FC Famalicão, or however it's pronounced, but my word, we've almost won the Champions League just through developing young Portuguese talent. I've just been simulating through those games, not really paying attention. Imagine if we completed a rebuild without trying to complete a rebuild. I would have been quite impressed. It's just It's just in the DNA, you know. Mr. Rebuild lives in all of us. But heading into Euro 2024, this is what the starting 11 is looking like now. Changed it up to a 4-1-2-1-2 formation. Wanted to get the left wing and right wing involved more. You've got Gonçalves, you've got Jota there, you've got Trincao coming up through development, Felix up to a 91, Silva up to an 85. The squad is coming along quite nicely. I've also decided to include Cristiano Ronaldo in the squad here for Euro 2024. Possibly his last opportunity to compete in a major tournament with Portugal. Would be nice to send him out a winner. The last dance. There we go, lads. We have qualified out of Group B of Euro 2024 alongside Germany. Remember when I said Norway were going to be an absolute beast? Scratch that. They scored 1 goal the entire tournament and whimpered out. I should stop making predictions. In my real life Euro prediction video, I said something similar about Turkey, and they suffered the same fate. So, sorry, smaller countries. Obviously not going into full depth here with the Euros, but we've taken down Netherlands in what would have been an absolute thriller, 4-3. Into the semis, and we took down Italy on penalties, meaning we're going to be versing France in the final of Euro 2024. Maybe it's a chance for redemption from our World Cup exit at their hands. So here we go, lads. It is a replay of the 2016 European Championship final as we take on France. An opportunity to win another Euro title. Come on, lads. They're going to be an absolute beast team right now, France. It's no surprise. They're so good in FIFA. They're so good in world football. But let's see how he goes. We get into the Euro 2024 final and simulate. This scoreline is a win on penalties. Holy shit. N'Golo Kante, the man that misses the penalty right at the death there. What's it with France and not being able to take penalties? My word. But we have won Euro 2024 with Portugal, and that gives me so much hope headed into the World Cup. Got to qualify first, but that's a major honour under our belt. Euro 2024 champions with Portugal. So winning Euro 2024 is a nice moment for sure, no doubting that. But this is what we're here for. This is the business end. We're here to win the World Cup. Step 1 begins now. The World Cup qualifiers 2026 alongside the Netherlands, Ireland, Russia, Bulgaria, and Hungary. The perfect start, a 4-0 win against Hungary. Okay, that's a bit of a reality check. That is a crazy opening 2 minutes as Shandorov scores in the first, João Felix in the second. But we've lost to Bulgaria, and we've also lost to Russia. This is not good. And just like that, normal service resumes. 5-1 domination of Ireland. Unfortunately though, a very strong Dutch side has our number as the Netherlands take us down 2-1. But we do the double over Ireland, a 2-0 win. Here is the status of qualifying with 4 games remaining. We are not comfortable at all. 2 points separate 2nd and 5th in World Cup qualifying. Netherlands have virtually booked their spot in the World Cup for 2026, but we have to be very strong now. Ireland breathing down our necks. Russia, Hungary, even Bulgaria are in the hunt for it. So this is crunch time here in season number 5. And that certainly does not help. Russia, we've been held to a stalemate, a 1-1 draw. We could be out of the top picture soon. We needed that win. We needed that. Bulgaria, we take them down 1-0, and that just about ruins their chances of qualification. So we've got to move now into season 6 with our World Cup hopes hanging by a thread. We need to be perfect once we get back into it. Oh dear lads, we are in strife of missing out on the 2026 World Cup. It's a 1-1 draw against Hungary. My word. So with 1 game remaining in World Cup qualification, here is the state of play. We sit 2nd on 14 points. Now we're lucky because our goal differential is so bloody strong. 8 goal differential plus, whilst Ireland and Hungary, who are both still available, have -5 and -4 respectively. Ireland are tied with us on 14 points. Hungary are on 11 points. Our future, our chances are in our hands, but the worrying thing is that Hungary and Ireland play one another. So one of these sides is going to get points out of this, if not both of them. We need to win. We need to win. But we're playing Netherlands. This is. So here we go, lads. Portugal versus Netherlands. We are in real strife of missing out on the 2026 World Cup. Here's to hoping that the Netherlands have rocked a pretty weak side. As we're going to jump into it, our World Cup campaign hanging in the balance. We simulate, and the scoreline is a 2-1 win. Get in there. Come on. Yes. Come on. Fucking hell, man. Let's go. I thought we were missing out. I thought we were done for. I thought we were going to have to wait till 2030. But we've done it. We take down the Netherlands, and we're headed to the US, Canada, and Mexico World Cup. Come on! So here we go, lads. Here's a look at our squad as we prepare to get involved in this 2026 World Cup. Need to be a lot stronger in the World Cup than we were previously through the qualifiers. But I'm very happy with the team for the fact that a lot of the guys that I showed you on that little shortlist at the start of the video, I signed them, I've converted them, I've turned them into absolute beasts. Majority of them are 5-star now. And a lot of our players, a lot of our young players are really starting to enter their prime. I mean, in real life, there is a strong chance that Portugal are going to be so damn strong for this 2026 World Cup. But I'm so excited to use these guys and see if we can get the job done and rebuild Portugal. So we have been drawn into Group B of the World Cup here, alongside Turkey, Canada, one of the home nations, and Uruguay once again. Uruguay, the big movers and shakers in the World Cup in 2022. Hopefully we can get a win against them this time and keep them at bay. Turkey have got a young, good core. Canada would have the likes of Alphonso Davies. So it's certainly not a walk in the park. A lot more challenging of a group than in 2022. Kicking things off here in what could potentially be the opening game of the World Cup as a whole, as we take on host nation Canada. I'm just going to assume that this game is being played in Canada, but we need to get ourselves off to a strong start. Need to keep Alphonso Davies at bay for Canada. Their biggest attacking weapon and defensive, to be fair, is just a gun player. So we get into it. The first leg, the first game against Canada is going to see us get 3 points to kick off the group stages. A 1-0 win. Fabio Silva on the scoreboard. A chance for revenge here as we take on Uruguay in the second group stage game. They got our number in the 2022 World Cup, but we're going to jump into it here. This scoreline is a 3-1 win. We get our revenge from 2022, and we have 6 points, meaning we are virtually qualified for the knockout rounds of the World Cup. But now it is time to take on Turkey in this final group stage game. A big opportunity to get 3 points on the board and finish top of our group and slightly, hopefully, get a little bit better seeding than we did in 2022, because that was our big downfall. But we are taking on a very strong and very young Turkish national team. This scoreline between Portugal and Turkey is a 2-all draw. Hopefully that's enough to stay top of the group, but that's a big result there for Turkey. We move on to Season 7, however, to find out who we are facing in the round of 16 and if we can go all the way with Portugal. So we have finished top of Group B here, and that draw between ourselves and Turkey has proven very valuable for the Turkish national team as they join us in the knockout rounds of the World Cup. So let's go see who we've got in the round of 16. Can I catch a break, please? We finished top of the group and still get absolutely shafted as we've been drawn up against Italy here. Come on. Clearly the FIFA gods don't want us to do this the easy way. Again, this is a big test, a side that could very easily, with the squad they have, go all the way in the World Cup. Their team like Barrea and Locatelli and all these guys would be absolutely in their prime by now. So we've got a big challenge as we take on Italy in the round of 16. We're going to jump into it here against the Italians. This scoreline is a 2-0 win. Bruno Fernandes, Fabio Silva. That's a big feather in the Portuguese cap, and we are through to the World Cup quarterfinal. Dude, I swear to God, we don't get the easy run at all, do we? Brazil again. Look at Turkey. Turkey finished second and are playing Finland in the quarterfinals. We're first. We finished top of our group and are versing Italy followed by Brazil. Like, Come on. Come on. You're killing me. You're killing me. Again, sucking up and getting on with the job. Building a bridge, heading down to Bunnings, buying some concrete and some bricks and building a bridge and getting over it as we have Portugal versus Brazil in the Portuguese-speaking World Cup quarterfinal here in America 2026. We're going to jump into it, taking on Brazil. The scoreline is going to be a win on penalties. Come on. Let's go. Casemiro misses. Nuno Mendes is going to score the winning penalty. 2-2 on normal score, then 5-4 on penalties. We are through to the World Cup semi-final. Oh, we love to verse France, don't we? It's a replay of the 2016 European Championship finals, the 2022 World Cup quarterfinals, and the 2024 European Championships final. We've got a replay here. A lot of history between Portugal and France in real life and in this save. Turkey versus Germany in the Mesut Özil derby, but we're getting a massive task. France versus Portugal. Look, I know we can do it. We've taken them down before. We've beaten them in the European Championship finals, but that doesn't mean I'm not absolutely shitting bricks right now against France. They've got an insane squad. I've gone through the whole reason why I'm scared of them in the Euro final, but we're going to jump into it here. Portugal versus France. The scoreline is going to be for a spot in the 2-1. Yes! We're headed to the World Cup final. Diogo Jota in the 108th minute is our hero. Come on, Portugal. Who are we versing? Germany or Turkey? I was really hoping we'd be versing Turkey in the World Cup final, but unfortunately Germany is our opponent here. The nation that I'm supporting in the Euros right now, that I'm from. Germany versus Portugal. Got to put my allegiances to the side and get the job done. Going for a quick look through the squad report here ahead of the World Cup final against Germany. Very happy with the nation. This is what I've been able to do with the nation of Portugal. Carmo was the guy that I had my eye on to really develop into a partner to Ruben Dias. He's joined it. Maximiano's in a good position. A lot of players, like majority, there's no real weak area of the squad, which I'm very happy about. A lot of the times in these international rebuilds especially, there feels like there's a lot of weaker areas across the squad, but we've got a squad absolutely thriving at the moment, and I'm so excited to see how this Portuguese national team fares against Germany in the 2026 World Cup final. The grandest stage of them all, the World Cup final, Germany versus Portugal. Let's take them down and get the trophy back to Portugal. Germany, they're playing a mad through ball there to Leroy Sané. How's he got so much space? Saved! Oh no! Oh my god! What the hell? What a block! I mean, we're just getting torn to shreds early on here. Got to keep the space. Germany playing a little central there. Is he offside? He's not. They go back to Noah Katterback. Defend. Don't let him get a shot off. Noah Katterback. Go in there to Goretzka. No shot again. Just keep defending. Keep defending. They shoot! And force a pretty good save there out of Maximiano. Corner here for Germany. Joshua Kimmich sending it. They get the header. Thank God Maximiano is defending the near post. Germany just dominating, man. Timo Werner Good tackle there from Carmo. We can't get the ball back. We're sliding everywhere. Oh, how's that one fallen there? No! What? He's getting sent here, isn't he? This is going to be a red card. Oh my god, how has he not been given a red card? Maximiano, you're lucky to still be on. Save this. They're going to go to the right. He chips it and he puts it over. Come on, what? Would love to start the second half on a strong note here. Fabio Silva, nice little 1-2. Yes, we've got Sula done for the pace. Great opportunity. Do I sweat it? Oh, I should have probably sweated that one. Got to defend here. Good. Anything on the counter? Fabio Silva passing it around here to Trincao. Bit of pace there. We're going to go central though to Fernandez. Keeper off his line a little. Oh my, if we had half a bar extra, that's in the back of the net. We do have a corner here though. Bruno Fernandez, the man that had the shot, sending that one in there. João Felix gets the ball. And it's headed straight into Stegen and Sane clears. Come on, lads. We've been good in this second half. We've got a bit of a numerical advantage here as we go to Jota. Might shoot. Oh, probably should have shot, to be fair. See if we can continue to work something here. Heavy touch, but they don't make the tackle. Tavares going back here to Silva. Silva to João Felix. It's blocked. Second bite at the cherry, please. Or really a third bite at the cherry as we go through. Bruno Fernandez scores and finds the back of the net. Come on, lads. We've fought through a lot of adversity in this game. And Bruno Fernandez has given us the lead in the World Cup final. Can't allow Germany to get anything going here. Under 15 minutes remain. They've got a numerical advantage. Don't switch it. Get there. Yes, good tackle. Just clear it. Oh, what is that for a clearance? Thank God. That's gone to Polinia. We might have something on the counter-attack now. Fernandez, go through. What a ball. Trincao. Finish it. Green. Beam. We're going to win the World Cup with Portugal. Come on. What a counter-attack. What a game. What a rebuild. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Come on. You know you want to. There it is, lads. We have completed the Portuguese rebuild. A 2-0 win against Germany here in the World Cup final. Such a tense final. Such a fun rebuild. Lads, if you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like on the video. Scorpion, kick that subscribe button down below if you're new around here. But enjoy the World Cup title celebrations. It has been Jared HD here. I'm out. Peace.